these are pictures of yesterday's game. That was the first goal conceded by Nigeria in that friendly. But we were able to salvage something from the game. John, let me get your opinion very quickly. How do you rate this, your colleagues? I mean, 2-2 at the end of 90 minutes. We came from behind the first time, came from behind the second time, but we were still able to get something off the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say well done to them because they really played as a team. They play good football, even as most Nigerians are criticizing them. You know, they need to understand that these guys are just they are together for 2 days before this game. They trained twice before this game, and for me, I think for what I saw, I think they did well. You know, the intensity, they moved the ball very fast. I mean, they fought for each other. They worked for each other, and I mean, it's a good result. It's a good result.
I was going to ask you. I know your first goal for Nigeria was against Mexico. Was another 2-2.
Yeah.
Italy 2-2. This game 2-2. What's with Nigeria and 2-2 these days?
Well, yeah, it's better. Well, I mean, it's better than losing. I mean, we came from behind, you know, and I mean, imagine we lost this game yesterday. Imagine what would people say all over the world? Oh, are these people ready for the World Cup and everything? But you know, 2-2. I mean, it's a good test. It's a good warm-up game for us, and you know, the next game is against Greece, and I think we will do better.
I mean, as somebody who has been with this team for a long time, John, what usually does Keshi, the coach, what does he tell you? I mean, when you are going into a game like this, you've had 2 days to train, you have a big tournament ahead of you. What usually is the communication like with the coach? What does he expect?
He wants us to give our everything. He wants you to, you know, to play for the nation. He doesn't want you to think you're playing for yourself. He wants you to play for Nigeria. He wants you to give your everything. He wants you to concentrate. He wants you to, you know, just play your football, relax and play your game. And you know, he wants us to win. He always wants us to win. I mean, if we draw, I mean, it's cool for him, but he always wants some victory.
Let me ask, what does Stephen Keshi, what does he usually say to you guys in the dressing room at halftime when maybe Nigeria has conceded? What does he say? Because we always see remarkable performances from the Super Eagles in the second half. A total departure from what we usually see in the first half. What does he normally say?
I'll speak from when I first my first cap. That was against Kenya.
Yeah, when you came in late.
Yeah, I was in the bench, and after the game, I went into the dressing room to encourage the guys, to keep pushing. And the next thing I saw was the coach talking to the players. I mean, he was screaming at everyone. I mean, me being there for the first time, I was scared. You know, he called Mikel, he called Martins, he called Moses. He told them to step up. But he was screaming at them, not just, I mean, speaking to them in a friendly way. You know, he was screaming at them. Yeah, he was charging them.
So the gentleman Keshi was gone.
When it comes to, I mean,
getting results,
he knows how to. He wants you to give your best. He knows how to bring out the best in you. I mean, that is important, you know, for we football players.
I'm going to come back to you, John. But let's look at something very interesting from that friendly game. Before that game, Tunde, it was controversy about match fixing and all of the stories around it. And during the game as well, at the end of the game, when it was 2-2, suddenly we started seeing some pictures on YouTube going around. Under focus, Austin Ejide. Look at this. I mean, the claim is that Austin Ejide deliberately pushed this ball into the net. What this again? What this again? Yes?
Wow. It's a controversial one, I have to admit, because he seemed to have caught it, but then he seemed to have tossed it again. But one could argue that maybe it was the momentum.
Thankfully, the central referee, I beg your pardon, disallowed this goal.
He disallowed it, but it seemed as if maybe it could have just been the momentum of the striker colliding with him that just moved his hand in the opposite direction. But at the first glance, it does look debatable.
I mean, for those of us who know Austin, from his days,
fresh-faced youngster,
playing for Gabos, growing up through the ranks.
No.
You will know that's the last thing that Austin Ejide will do.
Austin is not someone like that. But someone that played with him.
Is this some of the things that you guys do in training?
I can't say more. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I don't know what to say about this match fixing thing, because this is actually my first time of hearing something like that. You know, but I don't believe we we're into such kind of thing. You know, I mean, with the way we're playing yesterday, I mean, one can say
everybody's still fighting for
everyone
one
is
club place.
everyone
It
is
was a
fighting,
real
It's
combative
like a trials for
performance.
every football player there. So I don't believe in all those. It's probably because the striker from Scotland
Yeah, badged into him.
Barchini or something like that. But I mean, I don't believe it's
Let's comment this guy that we're seeing on the screen. A patriotic Nigerian who is sending the right kind of message across. Tunde, what that guy is holding up is that Nigeria don't fix matches.
We win them.
We win them. Okay, or we draw.
I think it's timely, and I have to salute his courage and his patriotism. Going by what has been happening over the past 2 months. Remember the Singaporean fellow who came out and was making some
About 2010,
some unbelievable claims about how he was involved in fixing Nigeria's matches. Some outrageous claims actually. And some people like this brave patriotic Nigerian have stepped up to the plate and said, "Look, I don't know about Singapore, but this is Nigeria. We do not indulge in match fixing, least of all with our national teams. That we believe we are good enough to get a result anywhere against anyone."
Yeah.
And from the quality of the kind of team that Stephen Keshi has assembled, I mean, look at it. If you can leave out the likes of John Ogu, who is a talented
Brownie Deye,
Ikeuche. I mean, the options that he had outside the 30-man list are equally as good as anyone there. So if you can leave out that kind of team, it tells you so much about the Nigerian team that we don't need to fix matches. But on a good day, we can beat our chest against any of the best.
Let me take more questions now on Twitter and get people asking John a few questions. Ogundare Tunde at Tunde T Black says, "I'd like to know if long-range shots are your strength in the game." That's the first one. I'm going to put all the questions together so that I can answer at the same time. And Nwokike John at John Amendis says, "Where do you think the Eagles will reach? Where do you see the Eagles reach at the World Cup? And then will you still remain with your club? Considering all that you've gone through next season."
He actually nearly left in January. I think he should have left on loan. He had some offers.
So are you still going to stay at the club? And where do you see the Eagles getting to? And then long-range shots. Well, you have those shots in your left leg.
About my club, I still have a 1-year contract with the team. I have to respect my contract, and I have people working for me, so I don't know what will happen in the future. But I mean, my long-range shot. I mean, I just want to play football. I just like to, to play. Yeah, I mean, shooting is something I love doing when I have the chance. I work on, and Nigeria.
How far do you think we can progress?